2 years later. Kara, apo, please help us. Garalgal na boses ni Lola Darlita. Pagkasagot ko ng aking telepono. It was 5 in the morning. Tulog na tulog pa si Leander. La, calm down. What happened? Sinalakay ako ng matinding takot. For the last 2 years, everything has been working smoothly. Ang lolo Denerek mo, sinugod ko sa ospital, inatake. What? When, La? Han? Leander, si Lolo Denerek. Napahagulgol na ako ng iyak. My heart was filled with pain, knowing another man so dear to me was fighting for his life. Leander was silent. Nataranta na ako. Hindi ko alam ang uunahin ko. Agad akong lumabas ng silid namin. Mabilis ang kilos ko. Pagbaba ko, mabuti na lang at gising na si Kia at nagkakape. Good morning, Ate Kara. Gusto niyo po ba magmadali ka, Kia? Ayusin mo ang gamit ni Zero na aalis tayo. Hindi ko na hinintay ang sagot niya at patakbong umakyat ng aming silid. Muntik pa akong madapa. Leander! Yeah? Ano pang tinatayo mo dyan? Tawagan mo na si Alistair. Malakas kong sigaw. Nanginginig ang mga kamay ko. Alam kong hindi pa sila okay. Pero Leander is trying his best. Leander, ano ba? Hindi ka pa kikilos? Kailangan tayo ni Lola doon. I can't, Han. You can't? Seriously, Leander? I never forced you to be okay with them. But please, just now. They need us. Can you at least disregard the hate for once? Kahit ngayon lang. Nakikiusap ako sa'yo. Please. Gusto ko siyang yakapin, pero agad siyang tumalikod at pumunta sa terasa. This is our favorite spot. The sun is about to rise from the east, reflecting its rays on the lake. It was our serene moment with coffee in the morning, but now it was different. We are greeted with the bad news about Lolo Denerek's condition, and it is breaking my heart, knowing that until now, Leander was still distant from the older man. He became strict when it came to Zeron. Madalas kami lang ang dumadalaw sa mga matatanda kasi ayaw sumama ni Leander. Kaya basta na lang kami pumunta doon nang hindi ako nagpaalam at napipilitan siyang sunduin kami. The things that happened to him were too much. Getting beaten to death, suffering physically and emotionally. The Azuri Lion organization hates him, but he takes advantage of its worldwide power and connections. He hated it, but on the other hand, it was helpful for us. Niyakap ko siya mula sa likuran. Han, I understand what you have been through. Healing takes time. I am not in a position to question how you dealt with your pain and healing. However, can you let this one slide for us? I placed a kiss on his shoulder. Don't start, Han. Baka hindi na tayo makaalis. I smiled widely. I am his kryptonite. I remember what happened last night. I was wild and aggressive as hell. My moaning was unstoppable. My throat became dry. My legs trembled with the delicious sensation that Leander had made me feel. I became someone else when Leander and I were making love. Wala kaming kapaguran pagdating sa ganitong usapin. Ramdam kong namumula ang aking muka. Agad akong tumalikod at akmang papasok sa loob para maligo sana. But Leander's arm wrapped around my waistline and pinned me to the wall. Hungrily, he claimed my lips. It was intense. Agad pumulupot ang mga bisig ko sa batok niya at tumalon para sumampa sa bewang niya. I locked my legs. The wall felt cold on my back, but I ignored it. Leander's hand slipped inside my nightgown. Instantly, the heat in my body changed. Pinaghalong sarap at kiliti ang aking nararamdaman habang walang tigil ang mainit naming halikan ni Leander. Morning baby time was perfect. Leander rubbed his thumb along mine. I extended my neck. Ito talagang nagpawala sa aking katinuan at pumukaw sa aking karupukan simula pa noon. I was so weak when Leander was so close and started his moves. Naging blanko ang utak ko. Inihiga ako ni Leander sa lamesa. Itinaas pa niya ang aking dalawang binti at madiing hinawakan ang aking mga hita para hindi ako makaalis sa pwesto ko. As tension built in my abdomen, I felt dizzy with pleasure. Nakakabaliw na sarap. Unti-unti naninigas ang aking mga hita. Namamaos ako sa walang tigil na kakaungol. Wala akong pakialam kung marinig ako. Palakas ng palakas ang ingay ng mesa. Our eyes met. Lust and desires were too obvious from his ash-gray eyes. Ramdam ko ang pangangatal ng aking mga hita nang sabay naming inabot ni Leander ang kaligayahan sa ikapitong langit. Pinandilatan ko siya ng mata hanggang sa pumasok kaming dalawa sa banyo. Sabay bukas ng shower. Hindi ko na mabilang kung ilang beses akong nakarating sa ikapitong langit. Tumigil lang si Leander nang dinig namin ang chopper na papalapag sa helipad. One more? Sapak, gusto mo? Aalis pa tayo. Malutong lang natawa ang sagot niya. Dali-dali kaming naligo. Sabay din kami nag-toothbrush. Humarap siya sa akin. Sinapo niya ang aking muka at sinalubong ang aking mga mata. Susubukan ko, Han. Pagod na rin naman akong magalit. Every night I dealt with it. Hindi mo lang napapansin pero nilalabanan ko. Sinusubukan ko na, but when my other personalities took place, I became weak. Sanya said I need to continue my therapy. Kita kong paglamlam ng mga mata niya. Namula iyon. I smiled at him. I know, hon, and thank you for trying. I love you so much, Leander. I hugged him tightly. Nakarating kami ng maayos sa pagbilaw at agad kami nagpahatid sa ospital kung saan nakakonfine si Lolo Dennerek. Habang nasa chopper kami, walang tigil ang dasal ko na sana hindi malala ang kalagayan ni Lolo Dennerek. Dahil isang malaking achievement sa akin na mapagbati ko silang dalawa ng asawa ko. Pagpasok namin sa pribadong silid ni Lolo Dennerek, iyak ni Lola Darlita ang sumalubong sa amin. La, parang dinurog ang puso ko. Para itong biglang tumanda. Namamaga ang kanyang mga mata at nangingitim ang ilalim nito. Agad siyang tumayo at sinalubong kami ng yakap. Mga apo ko. Ramdam ko lubos na pangungulila ni Lola Darlita sa amin. Her tight embrace says ito. Mamita! Napalingon kami nang pumasok si Zeron. Apo ko! Why are you crying, Mamita? Is Lolo Dennerek okay? Tangulang ng tango ito sa tanong ng anak namin. Zeron, apo. Napalingon kami nang magsalita si Lolo Dennerek at tinawag niya ang apo nito. Are you sick because you miss me? Inosenteng tanong ni Zeron. Pilit na tumawa si Lolo. Tahimik lang kaming nanonood sa dalawa. Kahit nababakas ang iniinda nitong sakit, it cannot contain the happiness in his eyes. Salamat, apo, nakarating ka. But his eyes drew to Leander. Kita kong sinalubong ito ni Leander. Sumulyap siya sa akin. Tumango ako. Zeron, come. Ang kulit. Kumunot pa ang noo. Gusto kong bigyan ng dalawa ng pagkakataong mag-usap bago mahuli ang lahat. Lolo was old and I think every minute was precious. Stay, Kara. Imporman ni Lolo sa akin. Si Lola Darlita, si Zeron at Kia ang lumabas. I smiled at him at umupo sa kabilang gilid niya. Leander's eyes were red and I knew he was a crying baby. Siguro another personality took place. Tanggap ko ng pabago-bagong trato ni Leander sa akin, lalo na sa kama. Mga apo, humihingi ako ng tawad lalo na sa iyo, Leander. Sa kasalanan ko at pagsira ko ng iyong buhay. Akala ko ang pagpapadala ko sa iyo sa Europa ay makakabuti sa iyo. Dahil gusto ko lang naman na mapaayos ang buhay mo. You don't deserve how your dad treated you. Gusto kong ilayo kita sa kanya. Pero hindi ko akalain na yun pa palang ikakasira ng buhay mo. Patawad, apo. Nangilid ang luha sa aking mga mata. He may have been cruel, but he have sincere intentions for Leander. Yun nga lang, it went wrong. Sorry, Lo, kung kinikimkim ko ang aking galit sa matagal na panahon. Patawad kung hindi ko na kayo inirerespeto at lantaran ng pagkondena ko sa inyo. Hindi na yun kailangan detalye pa. Though sorry means a lot. Nagyaka pa ng maglolo. I am so happy. After all that happened, still forgiveness is all we need. Nanatili kami ng halos isang buwan sa asyenda bago tuluyang umuwi ng Bulacan. Pero bago yon kami ay patungo sa Quezon City Municipal dahil ngayong araw ang civil wedding ni na Mama at Mang Damian. Sa wakas, magkahawak kamay kami ni Leander pumasok at umakyat sa pangalawang palapag kung saan gaganapin ang pag-iisang dibdib ng dalawang taong karapat-dapat sa isa't isa. It's time for them to be happy. Masyadong ibinuhos ni Mang Damian ang oras at panahon sa akin at sa aming pamilya. He was secretly in love with Mama. Ganon din si Mama kay Mang Damian. Nang makapasok kami sa office ng aming butihing mayor, agad ditong tumayo at lumapit kay Leander. They have this handshake brotherhood thingy. Good morning, Mrs. Tantoco. I am Knox Mason Scouts. Bahagya akong ngumiti at tumugon sa pagbati ng aming mayor. Leander was quiet. Seloso pa naman ito. Napailing na lang si Mayor nang biglang tumikhim si Leander. Napalingon kami nang dumating sina Mama at Mang Damian. Mama, sobrang ganda nyo. Papuri ko sa kanya. Mahigpit ko siyang niyakap. Salamat anak. Dumako ang aking mga mata sa gwapong-gwapo naming groom. Pwede ko na rin siguro kayo tawaging Papa? Biro ko sa kanya. Lumapad ang ngiti nito at niyakap ko na rin ang bagong miyembro ng aming pamilya. His tone of voice was grateful as he said, "Salamat anak." Lumapit din ako kay Mama at humalik sa kanya. "How about you, Mom? When is your wedding?" Biro ko. "I am way past that." "Sus, may asim pa kayo, Mommy." "Kara." Tumawa na lang ako. Inabot din halos ng 30 minutos ang kasal at nang magsalita na si Mayor, "You may now kiss the bride." Masigabong palakpakan ang aming binigay sa 2 taong lubos na nagmamahal. "Welcome to the family, Pa." Maluha-luha pang bago kong papa. In love, there is no limit, not even age, status in life, or your partner's flaws. But it was about unconditional love, respect, commitment, and loyalty, and everything follows. Leander places a kiss on my head and whispers the words that made me fall in love with him again and again. "I love you, hon." Tumingala ako sa kanya at dinampian niya ang aking mga labi. "You two get a room." Our mayor teased us. Leander raised his middle finger. I smiled at him while our lips continued kissing in front of our mayor. I looked at her from afar. She was a first-year student. Her beauty was exquisite. She walked gracefully, but her face was serious and cold. She never paid attention to other people, as if her mission was to finish a day productively and practice her favorite sport. Igor Leander's POV. "Tanto ko, matutunaw yan." It was Madrigal. Sinamaan ko siya ng tingin. Pero ang gago, ngumisi pa. "Shut the fuck up, Madrigal." He was annoying as ever. His dad was a friend of my dad. They have this organization called the Azure Lion. I was wondering even before, may blue ba na lion? Who the hell named their organization like that? In my entire existence, wala namang blue ang lion. It wasn't a day that I missed this spot of hers. She goes from her room to the oval, where she practices, or to the gym her dad built. She is an only child. They're rich. She had a practice in badminton with Montreal. I was glaring at him with a deadly gaze. Gusto ko na siyang sugurin at balian ng buto. "You're going to be paralyzed, Montreal." When our eyes met, my heart beat faster than usual. There was something cold about her. I smiled at her, but she looked away as if I was smiling at a ghost. Gaya ng nakagawian, I left and hid a secret place in the gym where I could watch her move. She did a great job with every spike and technique she showed. She is wise to manipulate her opponent's weakest points. I smiled widely when she turned her gaze to where I was. It was a reward for me. Pakiramdam ko kahit isang sulyap lang niya daig ko pang nanalo sa loto. As soon as she finished the game, I exited from my hiding place. I heard her footsteps, which was the perfect moment to be close to her. This is the time to let her know that I exist. I suddenly appeared behind her. Her mouth is slightly open, and she is about to speak. But I am so freaking nervous. I placed my fingertips on her lips. It was so soft. Gusto ko na lang siyang isalya sa pader at angkinin ang kanyang malambot at mapupulang mga labi. "Minor," my mind warned. "Congratulations," I whispered in her ear. Kahit ayoko pang lumayo sa kanya, I have to. Ayoko siyang takutin. I admit to having an attraction I have for her. It was so compelling to resist. It was so strong even for me. I was scared of it. Obsessed? "I told you to stay away from her, Montreal. Ang tigas ng ulo mo." Walang habas ko siyang pinalo ng bat sa likuran ng hita niya. Why would I do that? I just got this close to courting her. And now you're telling me nalalayuan ko siya? Ano ako, gago? Gusto ko siya. Bakit ako makikinig sa'yo? Walang makapagbawal sa akin na layuan ko siya. Even you, tanto ko. Isang palo pa ng bat ang ginawa ko sa kanya, but he never gave up. She's mine. Did she know that you mark her without her knowledge? O ikaw lang ang nagkiklaim na meron kayo? Alam ba niya? O gaya ka rin ng nanay mo na nasisiraan ng ulo dahil sa pag-ibig? What? Everything is falling apart. My dad and Elizabeth, Kara's mom. I felt I was cursed to have a miserable life away from Kara. My mother was diagnosed with hallucinations and schizophrenia. It was so incredibly painful to be in the middle of a situation where you were out of control. Leander, I have to do this for your own good. Lolo Denerick was mad because I said no to him. I can't let anyone get close to Kara. She is mine. Why are you doing this to me, Lo? I was kneeling and begging in front of him not to send me to Europe. Anong gusto mo? Sisirain mo ang buhay mo dito? Gagaya ka sa ama mo? Hindi ako makapapahayag, Igor. Hindi na mababali ang desisyon ko. Dumadagundong ang boses ni Lolo. Tila batas iyon na hindi pwedeng baliin. This is my life. I should be the one who decides what to do with my life. Not you, not even my father. Your life? I am not claiming it, Igor. But you are under my roof. You follow my rules. Nanlilisik ang mga mata niya. Mamita, please talk to him about it. I can't live. I can't stay away from her. Please, Mamita. Her tears were rolling down her face. Niyakap niya ako. I know, Mamita. Wala siyang magawa kapag nagdesisyon na si Lolo. Derek, can you think this true? Bakit ayaw mong dumito na lang ang apo natin? Mamita was pleading too. Yan din ang sinabi mo kay Darius. Darlita, hinayaan kita sa gusto mong mangyari noon. Dahil sabi mo mapapabuti siya sa poder natin. Pero anong nangyari? Nasira ang buhay niya dahil sa pagkonsente mo sa katarantaduhan ng anak mo. Ako lang bang dapat sisihin dito, Denerick? Ikaw hindi. Hindi mo man lang binigyan ng kalayaan ng anak mo noon. Lahat kontrolado mo. Ngayon naman pati sa apo natin. Nasaan na ang Denerick na minahal ko noon? Padabog na umalis si Lolo. When Mamita is like this, he walked out. I am so sorry, Apo. Hindi na magbabago ang desisyon ng lolo mo. Kahit anong gawin natin. Iyak ako ng iyak. Kung kabaklaan yun, wala akong pakialam. Para akong pinapatay sa bawat araw na lumilipas. Malayo kay Kara at sa papalapit na pag-alis ko. Nakatanaw ako sa maberdeng tanawin. I saw a car approaching. Sigurado ko si Dad yun. Nang magbukas ang malaking gate, ipinarada ni Dad ang sasakyan niya nang wala sa ayos. Akala mo hari kung maglakad. Dali-dali akong pumanaog para kausapin siya. Pero hindi ko na siya inabutan. Dahil kalabugan na sa opisina ni Lolo ang naririnig ko. Bumalik ako sa aking silid. Lumabas ako sa terasa at umupo. Si Kara lang ang laman ng utak ko. Kung lalayas ako sigurado ko siyang babalikan ni Lolo at ni Dad. Yes, I got the phone from her. Tuloy ang plano. Patayin ang kahuli-hulihang lahi ni Ledesma. Nanlaki ang mga mata ko. My dad wants to kill Kara. Mabilis akong nag-ayos ng gamit ko. I need to save her. This is not an attraction anymore. That thought of leaving her was killing me. She keeps me sane and insane at the same time. I love her. My lolo made sure that I reach my destination. He made sure of that. He utilized his men. The last thing I remember was sleeping in my room. I have no aircon, but a heater instead. Means the weather outside is freezing. Now the unfamiliar room met my gaze. Kahit medyo nahihilo pa ako't masakit ang aking ulo, tumayo ako papunta sa bintana. Ang lakas ng kabog ng dibdib ko. No! Paghawi ko ng kurtina, ang maputing nyebe ang sumalubong sa akin. Patakbo akong pumunta sa pintuan. But it was locked. Nasa pinakamataas na floor ako. Ang mga bintana ay pinasadya malamang ni Lolo. It was locked too. Nobody came to help me even though I banged on the door for a long time. I was tired. Nilibot ko ang aking mga mata sa buong silid. It was a small studio apartment, far from my lavish old room. This place was hell for me. Kara, I have been here for a week now. All I was doing was eating, sleeping. I'm gone mad. Wala akong makausap. I am hallucinating. Kinakausap ko rin ang aking sarili. Hanggang bigla na lang nawasak ang pintuan. Armed men took me. They are wearing masks. Who the hell are you? Galit na galit kong tanong. Nagulat ako sa bilis ng mga pangyayari. I felt a sting in my neck. Then my body became weak. My eyes slowly closed even though I fight so hard to open them. Darkness consumed me. I don't know how long I passed out. But the cold water woke me up. It is still dark because they covered my head. Wake up! Wake up, sleepyhead! Madrigal? Madrigal! Thank God you're here! Help me! Malakas na halakak ang tugon niya. Help you? Oh no, Tantoko. I can't do that. I am here for your initiation. He laughed devilishly. What? Sabay tanggal ng takip sa aking ulo. Now that you killed your father, it's time to kill the woman you love. He spits. You didn't know? How about I kidnap her and do it with her in front of you? How's that for a plan, huh? I will kill you, Madrigal. I will kill you if you lay even just her hair. How are you going to do that? He asked arrogantly. My gaze was deadly. One way or another, I will kill you. That's a promise. Promises are meant to be broken. Would you agree? Not on my watch, Madrigal. I will make sure my face is the last thing you see on the face of the earth. Ah! I hate you, Madrigal! He electrocuted me with high voltage. Are you going to kill her or me killing her? You pick! I cursed him. Bring it out! He shouted with his men. Tinulak nilang malaking screen, and their Kara was on her knees, crying and bleeding. Kara! Kara! Hindi kanya maririnig, gago. It was her, my Kara, for the first time in my life. I felt like my heart was being ripped apart from my chest. So, have you decided? You kill her, or I will. Looking at her on the big screen is breaking my heart into million pieces. Umiling-iling ako. I can't kill her. You can? Alin ang hindi mo kayang gawin, Tantoko? Ang patayin siya? O magpakasasa muna ako sa magandang katawan niya bago ko patayin? Or your mission will kill the last living heir of Ledesma? Hayop ka, Madrigal. Papatayin kita. Sunod-sunod na suntok sa akin mula sa tiyan sa dibdibang natanggap ko. He leaves my eyes unharmed just to see Kara on the screen. Kill me, or I will kill you if I survive here. I will put bullets in your brains, Madrigal. If you survive, what if you're not? Paghahamit nito sa akin. I hate you, Madrigal. I thought you were my friend. We're not. Sorry, Tantoko. Nothing personal. It was about power and connections. Make him suffer and leave his eyes so he could see his precious Kara. Madrigal! Sunod-sunod ang pagbat sa likod ng hita ko. Halos mabaliw ako sa tindi ng sakit, not only physically, but emotionally. Paulit-ulit kong tinawag ang pangalan niya. Parang dinudurog ang puso ko. Each day Madrigal hits Kara. He slapped her face and kicked her multiple times. She was bruised and bloodied all over her body. She only wore a bra and underwear to let me know what they'd done to her. It made me a madman. The last video was Madrigal shooting Kara in cold blood. He looked at the camera like a devil, and they'll flip. Kara, no! No, Kara! After that, my mind went blank. My eyes became hazy. I felt a sting in my neck, then everything was darkness. How are you feeling? A woman wearing her white uniform greeted me with a smile. Hi, I am your nurse, Kasha. What is your name? Blanco ko siyang tiningnan and asked myself. I don't know. Then turned away my gaze. How long did I remain passed out? I lost track of time and day, and I could remember was that I was brutally tortured. This is the rehabilitation center for patients with PTSD, but in your case, it was different. What do you mean? We help you manage your multiple personalities. What? What is my name? Umiling ako. After all the pain and suffering, I thought Kara was dead. I hunted down every one last of them, the people who made me like a weapon. I took over the Azure Lion. I went back to the Philippines to set things right. The second chance with Kara. I am looking at her splendid wedding gown. I can't contain the happiness inside my heart. My tears voluntarily fell. I am overwhelmed with joy. I pronounced you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Today is the day I am hers, and she's mine. I claim her lips passionately, as if those kisses will be my last. I love you so much, hon. I love you too, Leander. It was like music in my ears.